comes the whore. Hello, whore. Welcome.
When I said I was going back to the streets, when I said I was going to fuck outside, I meant exactly what I said. Do not try to cuff me. I'm on demon time. I am not cuffable.
I want married. She's being married to be looked after. She's being married to be looked after.
No.
No, she's not gonna clean. She's not gonna clean. I'm not cleaning, by the way. I'm not cleaning or cooking. She's a queen. Yeah, she's a queen. She's a queen. She is a queen. Because it's obvious. You're asking stupid questions. Guys. I know, but why don't you understand what she's saying? It's like, it's so dumb. She's going to be a princess.
I want to be with a man who's a provider, who will allow me to be a housewife. I want to be a lady of leisure.
Tell me about the birthday thing you told me. Please,
I wouldn't buy a man a birthday gift. No. He has me.
Stop. I'm so sorry. You yourself, you're useless.
Ah, the classic playbook of the royalty brigade, where a squad of 2s and 3s believe they've been handed a divine mandate to lounge around while the rest of us keep the wheels of the world turning. It's almost endearing how they think they're reclaiming power, when in reality they're just swiping at air, grabbing for something that was never within their reach to begin with. Power and respect? Those aren't participation trophies handed out at the end of a game. They're earned through grit, struggle, and a hefty dose of perseverance. No amount of shouting, social media posturing, or faux empowerment speeches can change that reality. In the grand theatre of life, the curtain doesn't rise just because you shout, "I'm fabulous," from the front row. Real respect and true power come from the stage of hard work, genuine achievement, and the undeniable effort to prove your worth. And no matter how loud the modern Western woman yells, that fundamental truth remains unchanged.
Yeah, the thought of being with one dick for the rest of our life, we don't even know if it's good or not, so I back up. Fuck, I can't tell if we like him or not now. I'm a little confused. Is this not what we've been looking for? Can we find the kid who used to leave us on red?
How do you feel about me being close to my ex?
What? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. That's dead. Cause that's history. We ain't fighting history, bro.
Okay, wait. So what if, like, you meet him, though?
Why am I mean this nigga?
Shit, like, what if he, like, family before anything? Like,
Family?
yeah,
You
Welcome back to the wild and wacky world of Western female logic, or more accurately, the impressive lack thereof. For reasons that baffle even the sharpest minds, they just can't seem to grasp the obvious. Here's a fun fact: if you still have your ex around, every guy knows he's not fully out of the picture, he's simply on reserve. It's like keeping a backup generator that's only turned on when the power's out. But here's where the plot thickens. The moment you show any random ick or disinterest, bam, he's gone. Just like that. The modern woman is about as loyal as the stray cat she might lure into her musty home with the promise of a free meal. Sure, if you feed them, they might hang around for a bit, but don't get too attached. These cats and the women who mirror them are for the streets, and to the streets they shall return. It's like trying to keep a pet rock as a loyal companion. Sure, it'll sit there, but it's not exactly going to fetch you anything but disappointment. So keep that in mind, because when it comes to loyalty in the modern world, well, let's just say the feral cats have better commitment.
It just broke a guy's heart. Like the nicest guy I've ever met. Like, he would have done anything for me. And I'm just searching for a feeling that might not exist. Like a type of love.
Here's a cheeky guide to becoming a full-on Western woman. Step 1, take out some random hard-working guy who's just trying to make a little extra cash by picking up an extra shift. Why? Because why not tear down the guy who's actually working hard to support himself? Step 2, attempt to cash in on sympathy points by flaunting your bad girl lifestyle. Nobody's buying that act, though. You're riding high on an ego that's so inflated it could double as a billboard for a brewery. Every day, women like this think they're martyrs in the quest for feminist validation, hoping to shed the well-deserved shame they've accumulated. Spoiler alert, they'll probably go right back to their old ways and do it all over again. It's not exactly a tough bet to make.
Please read it. Search your name in the other person's messages. Do we have to do this?
I'll do it. Okay, fine.
Alright, you guys get 5 more seconds.
Okay.
Damn, look at she deleting messages. Wait, deleting stuff?
Go ahead. And we're only going to get 10 seconds to look through the other.
No.
Okay.
Say about that?
Oh, I guess I think you know what I was gonna say. So how much do you guys talk?
Like here and there.
How much do you guys talk? Go ahead back.
Oof, this one's a tough pill to swallow. As mentioned in previous videos, some wake-up calls are more painful than others, and this one's no exception. Watch as her smile grows wider while his fades away. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. Her focus is clearly not on his feelings, but rather on how she's going to cover her tracks. Classic move, right? Honestly, the moment she started deleting texts, the writing was on the wall. If you're still hanging around at that point, you're essentially asking for a front row seat to your own heartbreak. I'd say cut your losses and bounce as soon as the first red flag waves. If she's pulling this kind of stunt, it's already crystal clear she's not yours, and it's high time to move on. Save yourself the trouble and the tears.
A lot of people think it's weird that, like, you do OnlyFans, and we've been dating for almost a year now, and I still haven't hit.
Okay, why do we care about other people's opinions?
I mean, I was just presenting the question, maybe.
You know how I feel about it? Like, I am a high-value woman, and, like, I can't just be giving my body, like, I don't know, like, purity. I told you, like, purity is, like, a big deal for me. So if I'm not forcing you to stay. Like, you can leave whenever you want if you can't respect those boundaries.
Man, this one's a real doozy. I tried to figure out if this was some kind of skit or parody, but nope, every sign points to this being the real deal. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. So here's the deal: the modern woman's hustle is alive and kicking. They rack up a body count that could crew a submarine, then decide to have a born-again moment and reel in some simps. And get this, she's also juggling an OnlyFans gig on the side. I'm honestly speechless. This is practically a masterclass in Western female gaslighting. It's like she's got the script for how to gaslight 101 down to a science. Incredible.
In my head, I don't know what to think. He knelt to the ground and pulled out a ring and said, "Marry me, Juliet, you never have to be alone. I love you." And
If your husband was wrongfully convicted, how long would you wait for him?
6 months max. And we've been together 15 years.
How long would you wait for her?
Forever. Don't lie. By what?
Good, dude. You should get back on Hinge immediately. How long would you wait for him?
I wouldn't.
No?
Fuck
Your husband?
that. No, fuck that.
Even if he's wrongfully convicted?
How would I know if it's wrong?
I can prove it.
A year, minimum.
Dear Max, and you gotta get back to Hinge.
I'd wait.
How long?
How long are we talking? I'm kidding.
10 years, 15 years.
I'd wait. I'd wait 10 years.
She wouldn't wait, but it's alright. 1 week.
Yeah, that's I already have a dude already ready to go at that time.
The best man, bro.
Right? Exactly.
Every time.
All time, every time.
If your man was wrongfully convicted, how long would you wait for him?
Not even a day.
Wrongfully. Okay, if your husband was wrongfully convicted, how long would you wait?
He probably did it. A year.
For your husband?
Yeah.
Well, look at that, she didn't even need a second to think. Not a shocker, though. This scenario is practically a script in coastal cities across the US. The guy's ready to wait. But she's already got Chatter Tyrone queued up. Classic move. Here's the deal, fellas, if you get this kind of answer, it's time to steer clear and save yourself the trouble. When a woman's response is basically a billboard for "I've got options, the path is clear, don't even bother with the detour to her place." Let's be real, minus 15 years in a relationship doesn't even make it to the highlight reel these days. Statistically speaking, more women hitting the wall are filing for separation than ever before. It's like watching a reality show where the plot twist is always the same. Once they hit that wall, it's game over. And guess what? The game's not in anyone's favor, especially not in theirs.
I want equal pay because it's like, why am I going to college? I'm getting A's and B's and this nigga got C's.
All right,
and he's making more money than
let me
me.
ask you this. Would you rather have a high-profile job for no pay or clean sewers for $100,000 a year?
I would clean sewers if it's more money.
Okay. Do you think most women would choose to do that?
I don't know what most women choose, but I'm talking about me.
Okay, no, I get that, but I'm saying I've interviewed hundreds of women, and most women actually would not choose the dangerous, dirty job. Is that possibly why a lot of women get paid less? Why do we have the expression, that's a man's job?
Because certain things are a man's job. Because it's like, why gotta take the trash out if there's a man in the house?
Right, so I'm just saying...
Or lift heavy things.
Well, right, is it fair to say if you want equal privileges, you need equal responsibilities?
No, I want... Why is responsibilities with equality?
Because you gotta
I'm just trying to get equal pay.
Because you gotta take the bad with the good.
Why do all the extra shit if I can't just... Why can't I just have equal pay?
Don't you have to take the bad with the good?
No, you do not. We just have equality, period. You see what I mean? You know what I mean?
Ah, the modern Western woman, and her aversion to trade's classic. You've seen it play out a million times. She's quick to argue, but just as quick to dodge accountability. It's like a dance routine, but with fewer dance moves and more dodging responsibility. She might spin tales about why trades are beneath her or how she's too good for manual labor, but let's be real. The core of the issue is that status demands accountability, and that's a concept that's become as rare as a unicorn in today's world. She even said it herself. Why should I take responsibility, as if she's auditioning for a role in a new drama series titled Deny Everything and Dodge All Consequences? It's almost impressive how she's managed to sidestep accountability with such flair. But here's the kicker: no matter how much she tries to avoid it, the reality is that true status comes from owning up to your actions, not from dodging them with a series of elaborate excuses.
Divorce.
My husband got sick with cancer, and that changed him, and it changed the dynamics of our marriage. There was nothing that I did not do.
Hold on. Did he have chemo or radiation?
He had a form of chemo, which is called BCG. It's an injection.
I know.
That,
I know what cancer is. I'm a cancer survivor.
Okay.
Is he in remission?
Yes, he is.
And who filed for divorce?
I did.
Why?
Emotionally, as a partner and a spouse, I was emotionally neglected. And financially, funds began to be withheld from me that would have normally never been an issue.
God almighty. Okay. He was being injected with poison. He was going through quite a bit. So you know what? He's allowed to go through some. Was he on prednisone also?
No.
Okay. Was he on any kind of steroid?
No, he refused.
But he's still injected in poison. You have to work? Did you have to work when you were married?
No, but I
chose
chose
you didn't have to. No. You chose, but you didn't pay no real bills. You didn't have no skills. Knock it off. He was the money. He was the money. See, he actually saved you from yourself. And then when he got sick, are you a Christian?
No.
Where'd you get married?
We got married at the courthouse.
And what vows did you use?
Sickness and in health. So that goes by the general vows. The general vows.
From the Bible.
If that's where they get them from, then yeah.
Well, you know where they get them from. You're a married woman, and you said them. And then when he got sick, you bailed.
Kevin dropping truth bombs from beyond, still schooling us on the Western woman's game. Rest in peace, man, you're missed more than ever. He nailed it, though Western women's vows are like flashy ads for an easy paycheck. And now, while this guy's battling chemo with all the strength he can muster, she's out here whining that things are just too tough for her. Talk about adding insult to injury. Sure, some folks might want to argue that these jaw-dropping clips are just staged drama. But when the craziest stuff comes straight from the source, you've got to wonder how much more real can it get. If you're still holding out hope that women won't hit rock bottom, well, you've probably never met one who's truly committed to the act. This is the kind of real that makes you question everything you thought you knew about loyalty and integrity.
Dealing with a bipolar man, and it makes me sick. First, he dated me for 2 months and he opened his home to me and my 3 kids. Yeah. Yeah. We moved out of my mum's house and into his townhome. I registered my kids in his school district. He gave me a spare room to braid hair and earn money.
I don't know why to
Yeah, man. We had a fun, loving vibe. I know he loves me and adores my kids, but I made one mistake and he threw us all out. My side dude stopped by to get his braids done and to borrow some money. I also gave him a quick BJ. Didn't know there was a camera in my braiding room or I wouldn't have slipped up like that. I apologized, but Mr. Bipolar switched up on me and threw me and the kids out and all of our things in the front yard. I took what I could fit into the Uber. I can't believe how he snapped and turned on us like that. What relationship red flags did I miss?
Classic move.
I'm so
She's out
scared
here trying to play it
vulnerable
cool,
with a
acting
man
like she
again.
did just one
Advice.
tiny thing,
She's
as if that
fucking
tiny
crazy.
thing wasn't the most colossal screw-up imaginable. It's like saying you only set off a firework in a dry forest and then acting shocked when it burns down the whole place. You've got to admire her confidence, though she's out here making excuses while simultaneously attempting to use her kids as a shield. Classic single mum playbook, and then to top it off, she's mad because her slip-up got caught on camera. Like, sweetheart, if you're going to pull that kind of stunt, maybe don't do it with a camera rolling. This dude, on the other hand, is probably already plotting her return to the streets. I mean, who wouldn't? Watching her try to leverage the family card while turning his home into a personal small business is just peak Western drama. The internet is full of surprises, but this one, classic.
This is the Put a Finger Down Hoe edition. Put a finger down if you've been in more than 10 relationships. Put another finger down if you've been in more than 4 relationships in the last year. Put a finger down if you've left someone you're dating to date someone else. Put a finger down if your body count is over 5. Put a finger down if you've texted more than 3 people at once or talked to more than 3 people at once. Put a finger down if you've sent the same message to at least 2 people. Put a finger down if you've dated your ex's best friend. Put a finger down if you've moved on in less than a week. Put a finger down if you've dated someone that your friend liked. Put a finger down if you have a spot that you bring dates. And then put a finger down if you've kissed more than 2 people in 24 hours.
It's funny how the so-called good girls can end up with the biggest body counts, all while maintaining their halo of innocence. They've mastered the art of hiding their true mo behind a veneer of sweetness and quietude. Here's how they pull it off innocence appeal. They look innocent, so guys are more inclined to believe their good girl act. It's like a well-executed magic trick distract with sweetness while hiding the real deal. Secrecy, they keep their escapades on the down low, making them harder to uncover. It's all about playing it cool and avoiding the spotlight on their less than innocent behaviors. Emotional detachment, they don't seem to be bothered by the number of partners they've had. Many come from stable 2-parent households, which means they might be better at masking the emotional fallout. Unlike their more jaded counterparts, they often maintain a hippie vibe, rolling with the punches and not letting ghosting by Chad or any other player ruin their day.
Watching my ex thrive, it's a beautiful thing, but it's really triggering for me because I walked away with literally having to start over after 12 years of starting over, of wondering if I'm going to be able to keep a roof over my head with my boys and not being able to just go out and play in our backyard like we used to, and wondering if I'm going to be able to feed them.
And you know what, man? Any guy who gets left, maybe his wife divorces him or his girlfriend leaves him, every man should strive to achieve this level of success and thrive this much that your former girlfriend or your ex-wife opens up her front camera and tells the world your success literally is triggering her. She literally said it triggers her.
Hold on a sec, I need to grab a glass for those tears. Watching women like this, you'd think they're making some grand sacrifice by wrecking a stable family environment. Meanwhile, this clip proves they're practically praying for your downfall in more ways than one. It's like they're auditioning for a role in a soap opera where they're the star of How to Misunderstand Real Men 101. Here's the kicker, we don't need you. Most of the time, it's the other way around. Men get the struggle, we bounce back and shine. And when we do, guess what? The camera lights up, and here come the sympathy seekers trying to milk every drop of drama for their moment in the spotlight. It's almost like they're more interested in staging a show than understanding what real resilience looks like. Honestly, it's a toss-up between which one is sadder, the whole lonely fans drama, or the simp doing the Olympic high dive into the pool of lost dignity. You've got one side where women are turning their lives into an open book of questionable decisions, using social media as their stage and the internet as their paycheck. And then you have the simps, ready to throw their self-respect out the window with a yes, mistress attitude at the drop of a hat. It's like a tragicomedy where the script writes itself and the performance is a cringe fest. It's truly speechless material, folks. Watching these plays unfold feels like witnessing a slow-motion train wreck, where every cringe-worthy moment is both fascinating and profoundly disappointing.
Why do men cheat?
I think it's because they're insecure about themselves.
It's
the truth. Because if you're confident in yourself, like.
That makes sense to you?
It do make sense. Because if I'm confident in me and mine, why am I going to go out with yourself?
But you made the fatal mistake by comparing yourself to a man. You said, because if I'm this and this, I wouldn't do it. The reason why you think that it's insecure and he lacks confidence because he cheats is because you're looking at it from a female's lens. Women are born with their value. Men, we have to create our value. So since you are born with your value, your main job is to preserve your value. That's why you feel insecure and you lack confidence when you cheat, because you know you are not preserving your value. You know if you cheat, your value decreases. Since a man, we have to create our value. That means that we have to fill boxes to get sex within a girl. We have to bring value to the girl that we want to cheat with. So when we cheat, we don't gain value, but we express our value, because girls just don't sleep with anyone, but men.
You know, you often can't truly appreciate what isn't rightfully earned. That's the plot twist when women try to swap roles with men and think they can just waltz through life with a do as I say, not as I do attitude. It's like they believe they can flub all the rules, hit the reset button, and everything will magically fall into place. Spoiler alert, it doesn't work that way. So they make these epic blunders and then end up with a life of luxury cat beds and studio apartments on the edge of nowhere. Talk about a plot twist nobody signed up for. They can't seem to grasp the big picture. It's like trying to see a billboard through a foggy windshield. And even if they do catch a glimpse, they quickly look away because, let's be honest, reality is like a bad date. Too harsh to handle and way too awkward to stick around for. There's probably a joke about this whole situation, but honestly it's so obvious it feels like taking candy from a baby. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found value in this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Leave a comment and share this with others. See you in the next video.